Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Dev, aka the Unknown Variable here, back at you with another video, and Warzone killed Call of Duty multiplayer. Now, if you're somebody who gets easily triggered and or you are a huge Warzone fanboy, I would highly suggest clicking off the video right now. But if you're willing to come into this video with an open mind and not instantly hit the dislike button or call me a moron in the comment section, I mean, you're completely entitled to do that. If you want to call me a moron in the comment section, go right ahead. But I'm just saying, if you have an open mind and you're willing to listen to what I have to say, I would highly suggest maybe playing through the whole video. So reason number one why I think Warzone killed Call of Duty multiplayer. Well, if you look back to the Modern Warfare 2 in 2009, all the way to the Black Ops 2 era of Call of Duty, we had a hit scan based hit detection system, meaning that you had an infinitely long projectile and wherever you shot your weapon, if your crosshair was there, the bullet hit. Black Ops 4 used a hybrid system where close range engagements were hit scan and long range engagements were a projectile based system as seen in the Battlefield games where you have to lead your shots. Now, Modern Warfare 2019 introduced a projectile based hit detection system, which I'm sure was a decision based on the fact that Warzone was releasing shortly after this game was developed, and it was developed alongside Warzone. Now, like I said earlier, if you have a projectile based system, this is something we've seen in Battlefield games where you have to lead your shots and it actually renders a physical projectile in the game. And I don't have any sort of concrete stats for any of this. I'm not like a data guy or anything like that, but I think a lot of the hit detection issues that are stemming from, modern day Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 is based on the fact that we have this projectile based hit detection system, and it is Activision and it is Call of Duty developers, so you can expect them to actually make something function properly like it did back in Battlefield. Now I've never been a Battlefield player, so that's why I never played those games, and whenever I played Call of Duty, I remember back in the day we used to meme on Battlefield players because it was more of like a tactical game, and it is what it is. Like, it's a different game, and I'm not shitting on Battlefield players. If you enjoy Battlefield, go play Battlefield, like I don't care, but Call of Duty isn't Battlefield. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This is basically where the realistic era of Call of Duty started, and this is where I started to notice all of the weird wonky hit detection, all of the slow paced gameplay, and it really started to slow the entire game series down from Modern Warfare 2019 onwards because we had this weird projectile based hit detection system. I might be the only one who thinks that, but really think about it. Like, back in the day when Call of Duty was hit scan, it was a hell of a lot faster. People died quicker because the bullets actually connected right away, and you didn't have to worry about leading your shots with an SMG far away or anything like that. This basically marked the downfall of Call of Duty multiplayer as a series. 6v6 died when Modern Warfare 2019 released, and I say that it died, but like, it didn't actually die. It still has a decent following. There's still a lot of people playing Call of Duty, but if Warzone wasn't alongside of that, I don't think Call of Duty would have the success that it does today, in sheer sales. And Call of Duty prior to, like Modern Warfare 2019, some of those games that came out before were absolute stinkers too. So it's not like those were perfect or anything. Black Ops 4, I don't even think had a campaign or anything like that. So a lot of the quality of Call of Duty has been going down as a whole, but it was at least semi-playable up until Modern Warfare 2019, and then it just became an absolute cesspool of garbage, in my honest opinion. Now, like I was saying, 6v6 died with Modern Warfare 2019 releasing, and even pro players such as Scumpy, the absolute GOAT, somebody who is held to this high standard in competitive Call of Duty as one of the best, if not the best Call of Duty player of all time, thinks it's one of the worst competitive Call of Duty games ever made, and he was fined a large sum of money for speaking his mind and saying the game was garbage. Another reason why Warzone absolutely killed Call of Duty multiplayer was the devs and Activision refusing to listen to the feedback that people had about Modern Warfare 2019, that it wasn't a true traditional Call of Duty. It didn't feel like the previous games in the series. You had, I'm just thinking about things off the top of my head, but you had the one big thing, dead silence and red dots on the minimap. They decided to remove those from multiplayer when people were, screaming from the rooftops for a dead silence perk and a red dot minimap. And what did they do? They put it into Warzone. They put red dots on the minimap in Warzone. Let that sink in. People wanted it in multiplayer, they put it in Warzone. Where do you think their priorities were? They then continued to work only on Warzone, giving out the odd update for Modern Warfare 2019 until that game basically died off and everybody went to Warzone because that's what was making them money. I understand they're a business, and Modern Warfare 2019 marked the shift for the series where they only cared about Warzone rather than multiplayer. All of the complaints you were asking me about in multiplayer, they were putting into Warzone, trying to shift players from their multiplayer $70 game to Warzone. Multiplayer then simply became a way for you to level up your weapons for Warzone, and it basically became, like I said, a weapon level simulator for Warzone. And I honestly believe that they purposely did this, and they purposely made 6v6 bad so that most players would give up and and go play Warzone instead, because that's what Activision wanted. They never cared about 6v6 multiplayer. Once they saw the potential money they could make from Warzone and the Battle Royale trend, they stopped giving a shit about their traditional multiplayer experience. They stopped putting effort into it because they didn't need to, because they were making money hand over fist, and people were still spending $70 a year to buy the Warzone weapon level up simulator. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to come off the wrong way. This style of realistic gameplay works well for Warzone because it's more of a slower paced game, as are most battle royales, but it really slows down the multiplayer experience and makes it an awful experience to play that isn't true to the real Call of Duty 6v6 multiplayer experience. And to be completely honest with you, it's quite sad that Activision and the developers have given up on a once great series with a once great multiplayer experience to cater to the battle royale crowd and still charge us $70 a year for a Warzone weapon level up simulator. That's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope I provided a little bit of insight as to why I think Warzone killed Call of Duty multiplayer. If you guys agree with me, make sure to like the video. If you disagree with me, make sure to dislike the video. But if you dislike, please leave a comment down below letting me know why I'm a moron, because I'm sure there'll be people in the comments saying I'm stupid, and that's completely fine. You're entitled to that opinion, and I respect you for it. Remember to subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on so you never miss when I upload a video, and I'll catch everybody in the next one.